how's it world? Welcome back to Elwu. We're a family of explorers on a mission to journey along the borders of our beautiful country, South Africa. We invite you to come along with us on this adventure by subscribing to our channel. In our previous episode, we had an incredible experience in Sinsa West, followed by a rather suspenseful night in Port St. John's. After those exciting moments, we felt the need for a brief rest, and today we're en route to one of our all-time favorite destinations, Underberg, nestled high within the majestic Drakensberg Mountains. Departing from Port St. John's bright and early, we couldn't help but still feel a bit anxious due to the recent protests and road blockages. As we ascended, the scenery around us became increasingly awe-inspiring. Rolling hills, towering mountains, and lush green grasslands stretched out before our eyes, offering a wealth of natural beauty to savor. Yet, it was only when we reached Kokstad, halfway to Underberg, that we could finally exhale a sigh of relief. Our journey along this route offered us some truly unique experiences, such as driving through a dense cloud while traversing a high mountain pass. Finally arriving in Kokstad was a welcome relief. We took the opportunity to stretch our legs, and we noticed that Kokstad itself appeared to be in the midst of construction, with many of its main roads completely gone. Back on the road, we began to encounter the winding mountain roads that we've come to adore. Along the way, we were treated to the sight of mirror surface lakes, meandering streams, expansive grasslands, and the picturesque dairy farms that dot the landscape. The ever-shifting formations of clouds in the sky added to the breathtaking scenery. Our first visit to the region was approximately 16 years ago, and we've returned about 4 times since then. For this particular trip, we had made reservations for a camping spot in the Silver Streams Caravan Park, which required a 45-minute drive along a gravel road further into the mountains. The road appeared to be quite muddy, likely due to recent rain. Upon reaching our campsite, we carefully selected a picturesque spot beside a gentle flowing stream. Just 10 minutes after setting up our tent, a sudden downpour struck, accompanied by a bit of hail. At one point, our tent seemed to be floating as water cascaded down the hillside. Little did we realize at the time, but water would become the central theme of our stay here. Following the rain, we took the opportunity to explore the campsite and were pleasantly surprised by the tranquility of the surroundings. We were informed about a nearby waterfall where we could take a refreshing swim, and so far we've stumbled upon a couple of smaller waterfalls that provided moments of sheer delight. For the majority of our week-long stay, we had the entire campsite to ourselves once again. It was incredibly peaceful, with only the gentle rippling of the stream to keep us company. Venturing out to explore the nearby farms and the surrounding area could easily occupy a lifetime. This place truly embodies the essence of a mountain paradise. As we expanded our explorations, we encountered two delightful surprises. The first, and perhaps the most impactful, was the discovery of a sizable waterfall just upstream from our campsite. It featured inviting pools of crystal clear water that practically begged us to take a plunge, and we eagerly obliged. This was the very waterfall we had been told about. Swimming in these cool streams not only offered refreshment, but also provided an abundance of fun, thanks to the stream's current and the smooth rocks that created a natural water slide of sorts. During our adventures, we even had the chance to encounter some intriguing creatures, like this lizard, and definitely not a snake, which piqued our curiosity. Our second surprise was the discovery of a border post right next to our campgrounds, the Boesmansnek border post. Strangely, it didn't appear to connect to any roads leading into Lesotho, beyond the border post. This left us somewhat puzzled as to its purpose, but it added another interesting waypoint to our mission of traveling around the borders of our country. Continuing our journey, we embarked on a special detour to one of the most renowned border posts between South Africa and Lesotho, the Sani Pass. The winding road, nestled between towering mountain peaks and breathtaking vistas, etched themselves into our memory. While I have complete confidence in Lucas's abilities, we decided not to venture up the actual mountain pass this time. It's a dangerous route suitable only for off-road vehicles and extends beyond the border control point. We've experienced it on a guided tour before, and I'm certain that one day we'll tackle it ourselves, but that day wasn't today. Nevertheless, we found plenty to enjoy in the surrounding area. A must-visit spot for us was yet another waterfall known as the Fountain of Youth. Even though we may not subscribe to the old tales of its rejuvenating properties, we certainly relished in the crisp, ice-cold water cascading down from the mountains. Now let's take a peek behind the scenes to see Firefly in action and witness the epic results it delivers. The descent down the winding roads was just as thrilling as the ascent. We encountered some impressively tight turns, although they pale in comparison to the real Sani Pass roads. Nevertheless, the experience was exhilarating. Closer to our camp, we were treated to a rare sight, a pair of majestic grey-crowned cranes, enjoying a peaceful picnic. Underberg itself holds a special place in our hearts, so whenever we can, we love to drive through the town and admire its charming houses. Despite being a serene town, the main street is surprisingly vibrant and bustling. After a visit to Underberg, we headed back into the mountains for a delightful dinner, with the rain starting to drizzle down. It was during our journey back to the camp, along the muddy road, that an unexpected incident occurred. We were driving cautiously, navigating through the mud, while avoiding a couple of pedestrians. Suddenly, Lucas slid into a muddy patch, coming to rest against the embankment with its wheels spinning hopelessly. For a moment, it seemed that we were stuck, but after a few tense seconds, we slowly maneuvered out of the mud and back onto the road. There was only a smattering of mud left as evidence of our brief ordeal. As our visit neared its end, we reluctantly packed up and hit the road. Our hearts remained in the mountains, but we had to move forward. There was still a long journey ahead of us. Cheers, Underberg.